Hello from Set-Rite Products. We're here to show you this time. We're going to go over how to install the Set-Rite toilet flange extender system on top of an out-of-level flange. The flange could be out of level on top of the floor. The flange could be, usually it's going to be a little bit lower than the existing floor. What we're going to do is show using our spacers on how to do this. What you're going to do first is, the easiest way is if you happen to have a belt sander, you're going to take one of the spacers, a little bit thicker than what you need, and flip it upside down. Make sure the layout arrows where they go at 3 o'clock and 9 o'clock, and flip the spacer over upside down, and then you're going to belt sand it with either 60 or 80 grit paper, or you can either use a rotary or a belt sander. Sand it down until it's level with the finished floor. Once it's level with the finished floor, you're going to flip it back over. You're going to set it down on top of that out-of-level flange. Then you're going to take, this wax ring that we have here, good old lovely wax. You can take wax, and you're going to remove the spacer for a second. You're going to put the wax ring on top of the existing flange. Now what you do is you take that spacer, put it back where you had it before. You push it all the way down. It's going to cut into the outside of that wax little by little until it sits on top of the existing flange. Now you take the extender. Line up the Johnny bolt slots. The narrow end of the Johnny bolt slots go at 3 o'clock and 9 o'clock. And you're going to take this and you're going to push it down until it compresses all the way down into that wax. Once it does, your extender will be level the way it's supposed to be. And you can go ahead and install another wax ring, standard Johnny bolts, and set your toilet. This will be the same type of installation that you do on cast iron, lead bends, or broken or corroded flanges. The only difference is we've sanded the existing spacer that we use to level up the out-of-level flange. Now, there is another way to do this. If you don't happen to have a belt sander available and you can't sand it down, what you can do, just clean this up for you. Doesn't matter if you leave a little wax on there. You don't have to take it all off. There's nothing wrong with the wax. It's all good to go. So now we're like this. So now what we want to do is we're going to take some shims. We're going to put a couple shims on the low side. You can take shims, or you could snap a spacer in half. There's a snap groove in the back of the spacer. On the back side of each spacer, opposite the layout arrow, there's a snap groove. Take that, snap it inside. Snap a thin one inside in half. Put that on the low side, either pieces or the whole thing. Then you put the wax ring again on top of the existing flange. I'm just going to show you an easy way to do it. So now I've got a wax ring on top of there. I've got my spacers on the side. Now when I install my spacer on top of that, this spacer will go level. When that goes level, now I take this yellow extender, again, push it down inside, compress it into the wax, and again I've leveled up the out-of-level flange without any tools, just by snapping spacers in half and putting them on the low side. Install your standard Johnny bolt, line up the location where they go at 3 and 9, put a wax ring, and set your toilet.